Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. I hope you are good. We're going to talk about Ethereum wild predictions. I found some silly ones. Let's talk about them. Hi, welcome. If you're new, subscribe, hit the bell button, like and comment. Sorry, no video yesterday. I was ill, sorry. By the way, this video is again one of the wild prediction ones in terms of people and companies saying certain things about Ethereum. Let's try and debunk them a little bit. Let's put a bit of realism. And Ethereum is a good one because obviously the long overdue updates of Ethereum are coming. Obviously, we may be here for some time. But ultimately, let's figure out a few things. We all know what Ethereum is. If you are underneath a rock and you don't know what Ethereum is, I suggest you have a little look. I'm not going to do anything in regards of what it is, but the website is pretty cool. You know, they've got some cool, weird graphics, as you do. You've got to have the dog on there as well. But the fundamentals of Ethereum, in my opinion, are going to go up over time if they sort out their scalability problems and all kinds of good stuff around that. That is why I'm hedging a little bit with the likes of Zilliqa and Cardano, having some alternative preferences essentially that will allow that to kind of grow in its sense that if Ethereum does cock up a little bit and they delay or fail, there's other projects out there that can take the mantle a little bit and take away some of that market share. So, in terms of Ethereum predictions, now we know that it's been to a certain level of price without any realistic product, essentially. There was a product there, but it was very, very slow, sluggish, very, very high fees. The elements that they're looking to solve and sort, hopefully, over the next coming 2 to 3 years. Yeah, still a long time away. But in terms of this, we've got some interesting stuff. Now, this is an AI enabled algorithm that gives you sort of wishy-washy, but nonetheless these are often quoted. Now, I've stated that Ethereum could be one of the investments of the decade. I did a video on that at the start of the year as a decade video. I still believe that if you can buy Ethereum, in my honest opinion, if you can buy Ethereum around $200, I think you're pretty much sorted. Obviously, it can go lower dollar cost average, but providing those fundamentals don't change, I think Ethereum is a very, very wise investment for the overall ecosystem of the cryptocurrency space. However, that being said, a lot of people got burnt, a lot of hype, speculation kills people, remember that. So fundamentals are key. Long as those don't change, long as they've still got a genuine product and they've got some genuine stronghold on the market, I think we're going to be okay. But let's debunk a few things. Now, I think there's a few little random. I think 2025, $5,800, for example, is mental. That's too high, in my honest opinion, not financial advice. I do think Ethereum, fair price, when scalability is here, when the market is vibrant, buzzing, demand is all kinds of stuff like that. I think Ethereum won't be that far away from where it has been in terms of all-time highs. I cannot see a very, very highly demanded market in terms of use case and having a good solution in terms of the scaling problems being solved. There's no stupid fees. CryptoKitties can work now. I cannot see Ethereum trading at these levels in price, value-wise. The more people that use it, the more people that stake it, hold it, require it, and acquire it, essentially, the more the price will obviously go up in value. There is one element with Ethereum, it's supply. We need to figure out what its actual supply is and what it will become overall when it changes over officially, fully, and forever, essentially. So there you go. That is that. That is an interesting term. $500 million. I'm joking. No, $5,800 is quite a lot of money in my viewpoint. I think that is over too far. I think this is the fair price, in my opinion, overall long term. If someone went to me, Ash, in 6 years' time, 7 years, 8 years' time, you buy Ethereum at $200 and it goes to that price, I'll be happy with that. And like a lot of people go, what? Why? It's a risky investment in my eyes still because it still has things to solve and sort out. But ultimately, if you're going to be getting at least maybe a 10x in some cases, I think that would be a very, very fair proposition overall when you consider what's happened. So another one, PrimexBT. Mentioned these a few times in the past in terms of predictions and also the exchange. The exchange I do recommend. There's a link below to that somewhere in my bio. I do recommend PrimexBT for indices and stuff. Pretty good. But they also do a lot of price predictions at the moment. And What they've done here, this is not exactly their predictions. This is like an aggregate of finding some really big predictions from other people in the space. So just make that very, very clear. All-time high was 1,408. 48, sorry. So not bad, but obviously that was the ICO boom. Remember the ICO boom where it was literally just wishy-washy, pink, fluffy, croppy, pooey white papers, which were bollocks basically. So you've probably seen the image of the horse where it looks really good, nice little stallion, and then it turns into an absolute fucking donkey that's been hit a few times with a spade. It's like, that's what the reality of the market was at the time. And those, you know, many people are not going to throw billions into white papers anymore. That's the difference. There's got to be something different. So Ethereum has to think. But we've got this one here, Alexis Ohanian, co-founder of Reddit, believes that it will eventually reach 1,500, which is probably quite fair. This one, however, Stephen, this is where it gets interesting. Reaching the prices of 3,000 in the future, basis of his reasonings are that is an essential increase of a new number of projects. There's billions of dollars that are being poured into the ecosystem right now. Maybe 10 times more projects this year than last year. Yeah. Now this one's the interesting one in my viewpoint. I mean, we're going to get, as you can probably tell by this video, it's going to get more and more extreme as we go along down this list. Nigel Green, 2,500. Okay, fair enough. Yep. Backs it up by saying increase due to, this is a general upswing fueled by three main drivers. First, more and more platforms using Ethereum. Second, obviously trade, and then obviously the smart contract decentralization, computer cloud, DeFi. And then we've got this one. This is where it gets pretty crazy. Price prediction of $100,000 per Ethereum. What in the hell? So this is where obviously FOMO, but ultimately it does kind of make sense in some ways, but it doesn't. I think logistically, I don't think that's ever going to be likely. I think obviously, you know, that would be Bitcoin, Ethereum. That would be it. Essentially, that would be it. Weird things that make a noise outside. So that will be absolutely massively, and the rest of the market will be obliterated if that is the case. I do not think 100,000 is like there, because that will give a rough estimation of a 10 trillion market cap, which is obviously a wishy-washy number in crypto, but that is very, very unrealistic. So that's that in my viewpoint. In terms of obviously predictions and stuff, they've got their own. Yeah. Happy days. The last time, oh my god. So they're thinking if it is going to do an 8,000 rally again, it would be $35,000. Yeah, these are absolutely crazy predictions and beyond belief. Such potential will give Ethereum along its growth corridor potentially reaching 100,000 in 2024 and over $1 million in 2025. Are you having a laugh? Yeah, I think this is where technical analysis goes out the window and then it becomes hopium. So just remember that. Yeah. Kind of spoiled this video now, haven't I, by being so overly bullish? But this is what we're getting. This is where people get very bullish and buy into the narrative that everything's going to go up. It doesn't always work like that. We've got a lot of demand to seek and find and have. We don't have any. If you consider the fact of gold, property, stocks, everything, right? World of wealth. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, EOS, Chainlink, the lot are all fucking tiny, right? Imagine this house and imagine being a screw in the floorboard. That is what I feel that this is like. The house is everything. The screw in the floorboard is crypto. Tiny. Absolutely tiny. Has no bearing overall yet. But that screw could turn into a floor. That could then turn into walls, a roof, boom. But it's all speculation. All speculation. So, would you say it is very, very unrealistic now to say that buying at $263 is a good investment? I think it's a good investment, but you've got to have the mindset to see it through. You've got to understand that it could fall back down to those $1, $100, $120, $150 ranges again, which is like down in here. It could. Everything could fall. Everything could fall. However, it's all about risk. If you come to this video and it is the year 2022 or whatever. Hi, I've probably got a grey beard by then. But if you do come to this video then, and you see Ethereum at like $2,000, $3,000, it doesn't mean that I'm right. It means that you could be wrong in buying at those levels. So remember, perspective. So who knows what could happen right now. Personally, I would suggest overall, my viewpoint overall on this, all-time high would be a great place to be right now. If someone went to me, it either goes to all-time high or never reach the potential that has been stated on this video, I would take all-time high as profit any day of the week, easily. I would take that and use that equity to go somewhere else, because I think when you start getting over all-time high, I think it then becomes unrealistic in the shorter term, essentially, to go to like 10,000, 20,000, 35,000, as suggested in this video, up to 100,000 to 1 million. So you got to think realistically, logically. That's my viewpoint. So there you go. Today's video is done. Obviously, they are wild, wild predictions. Please, obviously, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, but ultimately, there is some sort of speculation value to give those. But in my opinion, you will not become a multi-millionaire off chance. You've got to work at it. You do not just buy cryptos low and then just hope and fucking hope that it goes up to the moon. It doesn't always work like that. So just be absolutely careful. So videos up and around, left and right, whatever. If you want to learn more, please do subscribe, hit the bell button, like, and tell your friends. And I'll see you again tomorrow, providing I'm not going to die again.